summer, across the country, a quiet kind of healing takes place. Far from hospital corridors and chemotherapy wards. It's not a new drug or a cutting-edge treatment. It's a place, a camp.
The kids who come here have endured what most of us can only imagine: rounds of chemotherapy, surgeries, and the isolation of illness, many of them missing out on their childhoods.
Today, we'll experience what makes this place so special.
And we've got some surprises of our own. I'm Beth Troutman, and this is Designing Spaces of Hope.
Located on 150 scenic acres near the Pocono Mountains, Happiness is Camping is filled with laughter and the cozy comforts of bunk beds and best friends.
And in a world that often makes them feel different, here, they're not patients. They're just kids. And at this place, in this moment in time, cancer does not win.
So when I was 9, I was in the hospital 5 days a week. I believe my protocol was chemotherapy every day. I had radiation. I felt ostracized because of just being sick in general. I think, as with most kids, having to deal with mortality and understanding that there's a chance you might die, it makes things a little bit more serious and kind of takes away a piece of your childhood. And then I came here and I was a kid again. These 5 weeks could be the best part of somebody's year, and it could be the best 5 weeks that they'll have for the rest of their life. Happiness is Camping is the first place I felt that I could truly be me. Happiness is Camping is home.
We're a fully equipped cancer center. We have oncology-trained nurses on staff, and we have oncology-trained doctors on staff. So we give the parents a safe respite and a place they could trust and find their kids safe. Part of my reason for being here for the last 30 years of my life is repairing myself. In this camp right now, there has to be at least 20% of the kids that are my personal patients. I can't cure every kid I treat. Some of the kids don't make it, but if I could give them a week or two or a summer here and rebuild and find a different perspective on life, that brings me joy.
In December 2023, one of my identical twin daughters, Nora, had a weird rash on her abdomen that we decided to get checked out. And within 6 hours, we were in the ER being diagnosed with stage 4 Wilms tumor, which is kidney cancer. 5 days later, she had a very large surgery to have her kidney removed, as well as some other important things. And then she kind of began her treatment. I would never have considered sending her to a camp that didn't have not only a team of doctors, but a team of oncology specialists. So we came for family camp and had the best time ever. Even my husband and I got into playing pickleball, and it was just the first time that we had laughed, and it just truly was magical for me. I left feeling so much lighter than when I came in emotionally. And then the girls came for a week last summer, and it was just incredible. And I think the most powerful thing that Nora said was, Mom, the entire time I was at Happiness is Camping, I didn't think about cancer at all. The fact that my children were able to maintain some semblance of a normal childhood, I never would have imagined, finding that joy and that humor had it not been for Happiness is Camping.
Meet camp director Ryan Campbell. Now, he's not only part of the family that runs this place. If you're looking for fun, you can find him right in the middle of it.
Ryan, I love this so much. You basically grew up here.
I did. I'm a third-generation camp director. My grandfather was our first ever camp director when we were founded in 1980, and we hosted our first ever week of summer camp in 1982 and hosted 30 kids that week. And since then, we've now hosted over 20,000 children with cancer and their family members. And my father took over for him in 1993, and I hope to take over for my dad as well. So it means everything to us.
Tell me all about what Happiness is Camping really is.
Absolutely. So we're a free summer camp for children with cancer and their families, and we host over 450 children and family members each summer. We have two main program types: summer camp, which is where we are today, for children with cancer and their siblings, and then family camp, we invite the parents to come and experience the magic firsthand themselves as well.
It's so incredible. And as I'm walking through this wooded area, I noticed a ropes course up.
Oh yeah.
What other kinds of activities do you have for the kids?
You name it, we have it. Our kids do everything that kids do at a traditional camp. So they play sports, they swim in the pool, they shoot archery, and all the fun culminates in our year-end prom. And after prom is really when all the tears happen. It's our aging out ceremony for our 17-year-old campers. And it's a time for them to reflect on their camp journeys.
It has to be so special for not only the campers, but even their families to connect with other people who are going through just a similar life experience.
It absolutely is, the second you step foot on our site. And we always say that kids go to the hospital to be cured, but they come to camp to be healed.
How important is the fundraising, including fundraising from organizations like the Care Camps Foundation?
It means everything to us. This place wouldn't exist without the hundreds of donors that we have, the hundreds of volunteers that make this place happen.
Thank you so much for this tour.
After having an absolute blast with the kids, Ryan sent me off to meet Carlos and Kelly, who are both survivors of acute lymphocytic leukemia, diagnosed with ALL as children almost 40 years ago. Carlos and Kelly then met at camp as young kids and became fast friends, and neither of them expected that it would be for life.
Let's start with the beginning of your story.
I remember being diagnosed at about 8. My pediatric oncologist felt very necessary that Carlos needs to have some time to enjoy, to be young, to play. And I thank her for that so many times. I get sent from Queens to the beautiful forest here in northern New Jersey, and I just had a great time just playing with other kids who were bald or had scars on their chest like I did. I had found my people.
Was your experience similar, Kelly?
It was very similar. I've been coming here since I was 8 years old. Everyone here understood what you were going through. And it was nice to have that sense of camaraderie.
Did you have a first camp kiss?
You should tell that story.
Well, that came later. We were probably closer to 14, 15, and your mom was picking you up from the end of summer.
End of summer.
And she was going to give me that peek,
Oh, like a little peck on the cheek?
Yeah.
Exactly. And I turned at the last minute, and our lips touched, and I got a slap. Rightfully so, and my glasses did go flying off, but I had a big smile, and it was worth it, and I'd do it again.
My senior year, my date bailed on me at the very last minute, and I call up Carlos, and he was just really sweet, and he would twirl me on the dance floor, and he would just make me laugh the entire night, and I think that's when I knew that I had feelings for him.
And I know that you're incredibly modest about the work that you do. It has been part of your journey to try to continue to help cure cancer. That's been your goal, right?
I remember promising myself that if I got better, I would make sure kids wouldn't have to go through that. And I spent the next 20 years working in a field now called immunotherapy. And I've had the pleasure of working on programs for CAR T drugs and other immunotherapies, which are now used to treat pediatric ALL patients like we were, and a lot of our friends have been.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.